Welcome to 9, mate. First we see a scientist doing crochet. Not really, he's making puppets. In it, bruv. In it, bruv. In it, yeah. Muppet in it. Sorry. Muppet falls off a loose string and comes to life. Not sure why it came to life then. Not before. Maybe he needs to be jolted awake. Unimportant though. Because bitch, no speaky. And he finds a thingy that he puts inside of him. Then marvels at his surroundings, opens the window and finds himself in a dystopian or post-apocalyptic world. Once again, similar shit, you get the gist. And he sees movement down there, so he runs down missing a box meant for him. And in the street he sees very peculiar symbols all over the place, which are clearly just PG-13 versions of swastikas, obviously making this post-apocalyptic Nazi Germany. Please don't tell me I have to censor that shit, come on. Anyway, he sees a light and gets freaking absolutely clad as this dude in the head, and it turns out it's another one of his kind who's super happy to see him because, you know, new model, super cool, I guess, I don't know, new features, probably calms him down. And he opens his chest vagina to check out why he can't speak, then looks through all his shit to find a speaker to put it in there, while 9 fucks around with a bullet. 2 turns around like, stop, you're gonna get us both killed, you face. Then 9's zipper magically opens between shots, 2 puts in the new speaker, then he continues getting in these guts, you know what I'm saying? He inspects his innards more and finds this thingy, right? And he goes, you found it. Oh, he's always drawing this. Then they hear a noise and 2 tells 9 to go hide in the can for safety while the big ass robo-cat comes over to fuck him up and takes the weird pregnant coin thingy. No idea why that old brainlet didn't hide with him in the can, but whatever, cause robo-cat takes him away and searches the can regardless. So I'm stupid and wrong. But 9 gets away with a ripped shoulder. Then one-eyed 5 finds him passing out in the middle of the street, brings him over to HQ and patches him up. They get to talking about what happened down there. Then 2 more Muppets come in like,
yeah, did you drink my Mountain Dew? Let me smell your breath. Let me smell your breath!
And they take them up to like the throne room or something where one gives 9 a history lesson. He tells him how when they woke in this world, which I'm guessing is not in the same room he woke in, maybe the scientist was throwing him out the window, which is not the smartest thing to do in an active fucking war zone, in my opinion. No, actually it might be smart because he's trying to get like a wide area coverage, so in case he gets bombed, not all the puppets get destroyed. I don't know. I'm overanalyzing, let's fucking move on. So they woke in this world while this Age of Ultron Terminator crap was going down, with man fighting machine and machine doing a pro gamer move, ripping a wild one, releasing mad stench, killing everyone and everything on Earth. I'm assuming for the sake of this movie that this poison killed everything from flowers and humans to microscopic shit like bacteria. Alright, and they soak shelter. Soak is not a word. It's what is the past tense of seek. They found shelter and this jackass took credit for finding this shelter, although this fine woman did all the work. Typical men, am I right, ladies? Yeah, that line's definitely gotta get me some pussy. And he says there's nothing left except for them and the beast. How are you so sure, jackass? There could be more. In fact, the robots won, didn't they? How's there just 1 left? Unimportant. We lost too many already, we gotta stay safe. He sends 9 and 5 up to the watchtower to, you know, watch the tower, not watch from the tower. And 9 convinces 5 to defy 1's orders and go search for 2 in this factory that he thinks the robo-cat took it. And on their travels, they find some of his shit and get caught in the storm, so they go into this dark trench that leads to the factory, I think, and make a makeshift light stick which shouldn't be able to be screwed in like that since the inside of this candle holder barrel is smoothed like my brain and not grooved like the bulb socket that is supposed to socket into. So it's kind of bullshit movie, but I'll let it pass. They get to the factory and go inside to find 2 trapped in a cage, and while they try to break them out, robo-cat stops trying to put the thing in another thing and fights them, but then Lady Fighter Ninja Muppet number 7 comes in and bitch cracks down on the Catosaurus with a brutal and swift decapitation. Cool shot. Put it in the books. 2 and 5 surprises because they thought she was dead, and 9 once again starts fucking with shit he don't understand, putting the thingaling in the other socket thing. 2 tries to stop him because they're fucking with shit they don't understand. They're fucking with the unknown here, right? But too late because the thing glows. It literally sucks the soul out of 2. Great job, dickhead. A machine then rises up and tears off the knockoff fascist flag. They run through the factory for their life in a sequence where the factory turns back on and the light bulb should have definitely broken here, but whatever. With a bit of luck and 7 being a boss, they escape and blame 9. He like, I'm sorry, look, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm kind of retarded.
And they go to the library where 7 thinks they can get answers for as to what the fuck is actually going on, while the machine totals away making more murder machines. And in the library, 7 shows them 3 and 4, also presumed to be dead. And also, I think they're mute twins that only communicate with seizure-inducing eye flashes. They're catalogers, right? And they show them the scientist that made a smarter, evil Wheatley from Portal 2 for the Nazis that will
create new machines in its own image. Machines of peace.
Yeah, real peaceful, my guy. They then used the machines for war, but then the machines turned on them, and they blamed the scientists. He got sacked, and basically the demise of humanity is totally humanity's fault. How surprising. So 9 draws them the symbols on the thingaling, and they seizure it up, try to communicate, and are clueless to what the fuck the thing is. But 5's like, 6 is always drawing that, and they want to go back to HQ to find out what 6 has to say about the stuff. But 7 refuses to go back because she thinks that 1 is a massive boosie. 5 and 9 go though, and they get caught and confronted by 8 and 1.
By the way, this guy was not visible in the shot before. See? Where the fuck is he? Huh? Maybe he was hiding behind something else, but we didn't even hear him walk up to
to that. It doesn't matter, you know what? It doesn't matter. They catch him up to speed on what they did, and one gets mad at them like, what a couple chose. You didn't even save two and messed everything up. Why do you even send him out? I sent him out to scout. Who the shit sends out the oldest to scout, you glorified cumsock?
The source. You have to go back to the source.
6 does not sound that insane, that's just me. 1 stops him from finding out more, and 9's like, you're nothing but a coward, and you're a fool, guided by pointless queers. That doesn't make any sense either. What do you expect? Voiced by an idiot. They then get attacked by a bat, dinosaur, flying thing, but in robot form, right? And they all try to escape in their own ways. 8 tries to duel it on the roof. That move is super effective. 9 blinds it, doubly effective. Then 7 shows up, but gets harpooned in the leg, so they cut the rope, and it gets jammed in the rotors of this crash electric plane. So 5 and 6 turn it into a blender, and that flying piece of shit gets sucked in and goes straight to hell. Also, throughout all this, one's a stupid asshole. They all take refuge in the library after that, while a drone transports the robot's head to the evil Wheatley, which proceeds to make use of 2's corpse in his next evil creation. Now back to the Little Big Planet characters. 7 gets sued back up, and 8 goes on lookout, but he gets stoned with a magnet. Let's be real, that's exactly what he's doing here. 3 and 4 then show them new info they have come across of that thing that he drew, and 1 reveals that he sent 2 out to die, like sometimes 1 must be sacrificed for the good of many. Everyone gets mad at him. Then this weird snake baby creation that uses the dead body of 2 to lure people in and his eyes to give them hypnosis and then sew them up to put them inside its body. It gets a hold of 8 and 1, then the rest start fighting it. Dipshit 5 looks it straight in the eyes, but 9 has gained enough IQ to know that that is not the play here. 7 cuts off the trap while 9 struggles to do the same with the string. In what seems like ages for string cutting time, that shit must be duller than a fucking baseball bat. Anyway, they fight it off, but it escapes with 7 that it barely got hold of and 8. And I just noticed there's no single 6, 7, 8 joke in this 9. What? No, what the fuck? No. And I just noticed there's no single 6, 7, 8, 9 joke in this movie. Sad times. Anyway, they give 2 a Viking sewer burial. 9 assumes leadership of the group and he takes them to the factory and he says he's gonna go in there and get them, and if he doesn't come back that they should destroy it. Like that's such a fucking easy task, pussy chest. Luckily though, they got a matchstick and a bunch of full barrels of oil laying around, so they're good. 9 goes in there and watches Wheatley suck 8's soul out of his body, so he gets clever with the decoy and crushes the snake's body in some gears and frees 7, and he's super lucky he didn't cut her with that move, but gotta say all these robo kills in this movie are sick. Wheatley is then alerted by the Muppets' presence, but only from the outside because one of its drones got caught by the Muppets and sounded an alarm. Not from the inside. Don't know how that's possible. What do you think, the snake went off for a walk, you fucking stupid Wheatley? Weren't you about to suck off 7 next? Gladys was right, you are retarded. And while 7 and 8 escape through the shaft, the rest of them send a flaming barrel of oil down the same shaft, which lands in just the perfect spot, the ripe spot full of oil, which is kind of some lucky ass convenient movie bullshit, but it's also kind of plausible, so whatever. They get that critical hit with maximum points and the whole factory explodes and falls apart, destroying everything that's in it, and I can almost guarantee you that at least one of those spider critter bots survived, but the movie will have you think otherwise, that the only thing that survived is the main evil Wheatley thing, which attacks them while they prematurely celebrate their victory. It gets 5 and gives them the sucky, then it runs after them across this bridge that splits in half, separating 2 foes on each end, but not before evil Wheatley grabbed 6 before it split in half. And all the while this was happening, 6 was telling them that they mustn't kill it and that they're trapped inside and whatnot, and after that he gets sucked off by Wheatley. Rip and Pepperoni, they all decide to fight that thing, but 9 decides to go back to the spawn room like 6 said to see what he can find, and when he makes it there he stumbles upon his box of Booby Exposition, which contains a hologram of the scientist telling him that the machina he created was born purely of his intellect and had no soul, which means it could easily get corrupted by anybody, which it was by the Chancellor. And then all that bad stuff happened, so he made this talisman thing that gives souls or whatever, because although everything's getting fucked, he wanted life to go on, so he gave all these puppets a piece of his soul, right? He split into 9 and gave them all a piece, which is still very much what the hell is, how does that work moment, but well, who cares, whatever, it's just a movie. He also shows them the sequence of buttons to press on the talisman for some reason. 9 then returns with this newfound information to his brethren who are locked in fierce combat with the machine. It gets close enough to do damage but then gets stuck in this barbed wire, so 9 uses this time to tell 7 about the sequence of buttons she needs to mash to use the thing against the machine after she rips it out when he sacrifices himself, so it gets revealed. And I don't know how he got it that he can use it in that way from the hologram. All told him was to press the buttons in a certain way, but who cares, because shit has come to shit and 9 prepares to get sucked off by Wheatley, but 1 sacrifices himself in the last second instead, so 9 yanks the talisman out, presses the shit he needs to press and lasers Wheatley down till he explodes. Rejoice, the robot is dead. They then press all the buttons again to let all their fallen ones' souls out. At a fire stargrave thing, they rise up into the sky and it starts raining with green shit in it, which I'm guessing is supposed to symbolize life. Very cool, my guy, but there's clearly a love interest between 7 and 9, which boggles my mind because they're bloody robotic puppets with no sexual reproductive organs, so how the fuck are they going to fuck, man? This movie gets 12 minions out of 9 crayons.